A very good morning to all my JSW colleagues and friends. My name is Raj, and for those of you who know me, I'm your friendly stats guy. And for the rest of you, I'm the communications administrator with Constate JSW program. Today, I will take you through some very practical and hands-on approach to tackle the beginner's block that many of our social media user clients face. The idea is to provide support to JSW staff delivering the a la carte practical sessions on LinkedIn. This two-part webinar is to enhance your a la carte workshop experience. I've not made them as a technical presentation. It's more of a cue card that could help you check off as you go through your workshop. This first part will cover who to connect with. I know I've added a bit on profile building, not necessarily as part of the practice session workshop, but as a checklist for you to make sure that clients have a completed profile, or what LinkedIn calls an all-star profile. An all-star profile should have these nine contributing information, starting with a nice profile picture. You can see in this example, Aaron Bronson has a nice clean profile picture, a very a close-up shot of your face is what's required. Okay, it should not be dark and dull. And you can see the position, product manager at LinkedIn. For those job searching, that's fine. But you should make sure that you have two previous positions at least featuring in your profile page, followed by your education. Okay. Now, summary of qualification is a very important aspect of a profile, and make sure your clients have a clean summary there, and a powerful summary with a lot of keywords is very useful when it comes to job search. Work samples of projects are again key contributors to a good and successful profile. Work sample looks like anything like a skills and experience section of a resume, and a project adds a little bit more muscle in that you could actually attach a project report, which makes it much more powerful. LinkedIn recommends at least 5 skills listed in your profile. More on skills and endorsements in the second part of the webinar. But for now, make sure that your clients have at least 5 skills listed there. And finally, a brief mention of the volunteering experiences that the client had. Now we go to the bread and butter of this particular webinar: how to make or grow your connections. There are quite a few ways in which anyone can actually build and stay connected using LinkedIn. The first one is to make a list of friends, family, schoolmates, whatever. A lot of people are comfortable when it comes to making a list, taking a pen and paper, using a pen and paper. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's a great way to start for a lot of people. So why not? So in a workshop setting, clients can group together and then kind of brainstorm before they start writing down and making a list of people that they know. For those that are more web savvy, they could use the built-in search feature of LinkedIn. Simply go to the search page and click on every page as in fact in this search block. So click on the search block and throw in some names, even half names, first names, last names, whatever you remember of a contact that you think might be of use to you, or that you want to make connection with. Just throw in there, and LinkedIn's going to kind of do the rest and try to suggest people associated with that name. Or based on your profile, LinkedIn will suggest a few people in the same line of business that you might be interested in connecting with. Okay, in this case, it's thrown like what, 48,000. It usually throws thousands of people because there are millions of LinkedIn users, and who knows, a lot of your friends might be part of that list. So if you have time and patience, you can go through a few of these lists and try to add to your your growing list of connections. Another way of adding connections to your LinkedIn account is by accessing your email contacts. So if you go to the connection section of the LinkedIn page and click on add connections, this is what you will see. You'll see some of the most popular emails engines listed here, like Yahoo, Hotmail, Gmail. If you're not using one of these, it really doesn't matter. Just type in your email ID here and click continue. What happens is LinkedIn accesses your email contact and it will suggest if you want to make friends with these people through LinkedIn. Okay, that's again a great way of building your LinkedIn connections. Another way of building connections is by following groups. If you go to the interest section, you will find groups here. If you click on groups, again, based on your profile and your industry focus, LinkedIn will suggest a few groups that you might be interested in being a part of. So you could continue and join the group, or you could observe a group and then later on, well, if you're if you're an advanced user, you could also create a group. Well, that's for later. But for now, we'll stick with enrolling a group and making friends by contributing, and just like in everything else in life, you got to give and take. So please do not consider LinkedIn as something where you can only take things, but you have a lot to contribute. So your ideas, for instance, must be a great resource for someone else. So please share. Don't be shy. Like I said, you could observe a group for a while before joining in. But that's a great way, again, to build connections. And finally, companies. Companies necessarily don't talk back to you, but what you can do with companies is that, again, LinkedIn will suggest a few companies based on your focus. All you have to do is just click on follow, and you start following the company. Every time there's an update, you're going to get it through your LinkedIn notification pages. The good thing about being part of a company or following a company is if you are interested in working in a company, ultimately, it's a great way of starting to make connections with people that work in the company who usually are part of the company's profile. Okay, so these are some of the ways in which you can actually build a beautiful network, a powerful network, a resourceful network using LinkedIn. And like I said, it was not that hard. All you had to do is take a pen and paper to start with. Start with your friends, families list, and go through the search engine of LinkedIn. Use the groups or companies, and there you go. You got to grow a number of connections. The next step is to effectively network with these connections. Be communicating professionally with your contacts. Okay, it's very important to remember that you cannot just go to somebody and say, "Hey, be my friend." So there is a way, there is an etiquette, there's a manner that we follow to build a lasting relationship. Okay, remember, the times have changed. First impression is still the last impression, still the best impression. Okay, so we're going to cover how to network effectively with your connections in the next webinar. Stay tuned. Thank you.